Hello friends, it is Stasia and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be starting a new reading vlog. This is going to be a collab, so I believe Vanessa, who had put this together, is making a playlist, and if she is, I will leave the playlist down below of all the beautiful creators who are joining in. But this reading vlog will be hockey focused, so today we will be reading all of the hockey books. There was many ways you could go about this, and I think how I'm gonna do it is first in series, and then at the end I will let you guys know which series I am most excited to continue. I do believe all of these series that I'm starting are companion series, so technically you could read the next books before this one, before the ones I'm reading, but I am reading the first books in each series. So as of right now, I have 3 on my radar. This may be a 2-book vlog, this may be a 1-book vlog. It just needs to see how it goes. But I will reveal the books to you as I start them, just so I don't name a book here and then not end up starting it due to like time or anything like that. So the first book I am starting is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I don't know too much about this book. I genuinely don't, but I have actually seen really good reviews on this, and I do have the audiobook through my library. So we're gonna go ahead and start the audiobook for this, and then I'll pop back in when I'm about 50% of the way through with a quick synopsis and some quick thoughts. This book isn't too long, and it looks like it has really short chapters. It looks like it is about 350 pages, so definitely doable, I think, especially with the audio. The audiobook says that it is 12 hours long, so I do think that I can run through it pretty quickly. But that is where we are starting. I'm excited. I've not read anything from the author before, but I love a good hockey romance, so I'm excited to see where this ends up going. And yeah, I will pop in soon with some thoughts, some feelings, a synopsis at 50%. So chat to you all soon. Hi friends, I'm back with an update because I'm officially 50% into Unsteady. So let's chat about it for a little bit. So basically, this book follows Reese and Sadie. Reese is a hockey player, and he suffered like an injury that ended his last season early. So now it is the next season, and he's kind of battling all of these different things. Even though he is healed, he still obviously has the memory of it, and just being back on the ice and all of that stuff. So that is Reese. And then we have Sadie. Sadie doesn't have an amazing home life. She's basically raising her 2 younger brothers, and she is a figure skater who is in college. So basically, Sadie accidentally walks in on Reese having a panic attack, and from there they form a new sort of friendship of understanding, because Sadie has experience with all of this stuff, and she's just trying to help Reese understand that it's normal, it happens, and he can work through it. So we're basically just following them as they get to know each other, become friends. They create a friends with benefits situation as well. So that's who we are following. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I love Reese. I think he's just such a sweetheart. I also love the representation in both their families, but also the vulnerability with Reese and admitting that Sadie is helping him and that he needs this help and that he is nervous about, you know, playing again and stuff. But I like how vulnerable and honest he is with Sadie about how he's feeling. So overall, I am enjoying it. Super easy to get through, a pretty fast read, if I'm being honest. As of this point, we're basically just seeing if Sadie will fully let in Reese, or if we're just kind of gonna stick with the friends with benefits thing. I'm assuming, because it is a romance, eventually she will give in, and I think that time is kind of coming soon. So I love their banter, I love their friendship, I love their honesty and their rawness of their friendship. So overall, I am enjoying it, and I'm hoping that I can probably finish it today. So hopefully I would chat to you all soon with my final update for Unsteady, and then we'll chat a bit on what I will potentially be reading next. So that is this. Chat to you all soon. All right. Hello friends, back because I just finished Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I think I'm gonna go with 3.5 stars. I really loved the representation. I loved our main couple, Reese and Sadie. I loved both of their stories, but I don't know what it is. For some reason, by the end of this book, I felt like something was incomplete. The story got wrapped up nicely. They mentioned what happened with side characters, but for some reason, I felt unfinished. And I don't know if that's because it's like a series, so potentially some other characters are gonna show up in later books, but that's just, it is what it is. So 3.5 stars. Like I said, enjoyed it. It was fine. Nothing super memorable, I don't think, but I do think it was a very fun time. All right, so the next book that I will be reading for this vlog will be Good Boy by Elle Kennedy and Serena Bowen. I have read from Elle Kennedy before and have enjoyed her. I've not read from Serena Bowen before, so we'll see how it goes. But this looks like a fairly short book. Yeah, it looks like it's right around the 300-page mark, so hopefully I can get through this pretty quick. Once again, the theme of the vlog, so this is a hockey romance, but other than that, I don't know anything else. So I'll chat to you all again in a little bit when I make my way about 50% of the way through, and I'll give you guys some thoughts that I'm having, as well as a more official synopsis on what the book is about. But first book done, 3.5 stars. On to our second book. I actually have very high hopes for this one, so we'll see how I end up liking it. So I'll chat to you all soon when I reach 50% into Good Boy. Friends, it's been a couple days, but I'm now here with an update because I'm officially 50% into Good Boy, and I'm not super sure how I feel about it. So a little bit about this book. This book follows Jess and Blake. They are friends. I don't know if you could call them that, but they have mutuals because Blake's best friend is married to Jess's brother. So that's how they meet. They had a one-night stand a year or so, maybe a few months ago, and then from there Jess was like, all right, like that's it, I don't want anything else to do with you. But Blake does not believe that, so Blake is continuously pining after Jess, and that's kind of where the story is going. At this point in the book, we have a fake girlfriend situation, so we're gonna see how that pretty much progresses. So current thoughts on the book: I don't really get it. I don't understand Blake's fixation on Jess. We very briefly hear about their like past, their one-night stand, but I don't understand why he's so hooked on her, if I'm being honest. Besides that one-night stand, they've not really spoken much ever, and I think he just likes her because she's there, but he also like doesn't see other people while he's pining after her. So it's all very weird. I just don't understand the reason on why Blake would even want to share a bed with Jess. Honestly, I just don't understand the entire first half of the book of him pining after her. And there's also very odd time jumps where it's like, okay, they're fine, they're hanging out, and then it's like 3 months later, and I'm just like, okay, 1 month later. So I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it. I think I just need context on why Blake is so hooked on Jess. Like, I just don't understand why it's her specifically that he wants, especially because he's a hockey player. So like, theoretically he could have anyone else, but he's fixated on Jess, and I don't know why. So if we can get more context on that in the second half, and if they can actually speak, have like a normal conversation without Blake just hitting on Jess, you know, maybe we'll get somewhere. But as of now, it's fine. Nothing super groundbreaking. It is super fast to read though. I'm flying through this, so that's a plus. Hopefully I will finish this later tonight would be my hope. I definitely have time to finish it today. It is barely gonna be 3 o'clock, but if not, I'll probably finish it tomorrow at some point this weekend. But I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not hating it. Like, I'm enjoying my time while reading it, but I just don't understand the point of it right now. But we'll see what happens in the second half, and if anything progresses, if anything changes, I'll let you all know, obviously. But that is it for now, and I'll chat to you all when I end up finishing Good Boy. Hello friends, back with an update. It is a couple days later. I have finished this a couple days ago, but just haven't had the time to sit down and chat to you all. But I did end up finishing Good Boy by Elle Kennedy and Serena Bowen, and I actually really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I know in my earlier updates I probably said that I wasn't sure how I was feeling about it, and I may have potentially felt disconnected with the characters, and I still stand by that. And I think that's why it's not a 5-star, because I did still feel like I was kind of thrown into this story, and I wish we got more of like a background or a history between Jess and Blake, but we just didn't. And after a while, I just went with it. I was just like, okay, that's fine, it's fine. And then I really started enjoying it. I thought that Blake and Jess were actually so much fun. They were actually very compatible. I really liked their story together. I really liked Jess and Blake, and I liked them together. I think had I felt more connected to them in the beginning, and we got more context on why Blake was pining after her, or why Jess didn't like him at first, I think it could have been a higher rating, maybe a 5. But honestly, it was just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching their relationship grow and them kind of just coming to terms with they are compatible, and that's just what it is. It was also a super quick read, super easy to get through, so that is always a good thing. But 4 stars for this. So I was originally going to do one more book for the vlog, but I don't have time, so that is okay. Between the two, if I had to continue with a series, I am gonna continue with both. I think with this series, I don't actually know what this series is called, but I have book 2. Book 2 is called Unloved, and I do want to continue with this series. I feel like Unsteady touched on a lot of different and important aspects of life, I guess. Like, both of our characters had a very hard either home life or like personal life, and they were both working through a lot of things. So I would love to see any sort of new representation possibly in book 2. I also have no clue who book 2 follows, but I will definitely continue with this series. And then with this is the Wags series. It says it right there. Book 2, I think it's called like Stay. don't remember what it's called. It's called like, I think it's called Stay. Yeah. So book 2 is called Stay, and I'll definitely be continuing with that. I feel like with this one, book 2 has a lot more potential now that I have met this world, like this series. I think I may have enjoyed this one more had I read Him and Us, which is a duology following Jess's brother, I believe. So I feel like maybe I could have gotten a little bit more connection that way, but I'm not completely sure. Overall, I will be continuing with both of these series. I would probably lean towards Stay before I lean towards Unloved, because I read this one significantly faster than this one, and I read this one physically, whereas I had the audio for this, and I still feel like I went through this one a lot slower. But that is it for the hockey vlog. Not sure if I mentioned or not in the beginning, but if I did, I would just re-mention the fact that this is a collab. This was organized by Vanessa over at Read with Dr. B, I believe is her handle. So this is a collab. I will leave all of the participants down below, and I believe that Vanessa is putting together a playlist, so I will leave the playlist down below if you would like more hockey blogs, more hockey recs. I know for a fact that there are people who read books that I wanted to read and haven't read yet, so definitely check out everybody's video. I'm sure everyone did amazing, and I cannot wait to watch everybody's video on all the hockey romance. I also know that there was a lot of possibly DNFs, so I'm interested to see what everyone ended up choosing and how they ended up getting along with their books. But that is all for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far and you want to let me know you are here, you can leave the emoji of, obviously, the hockey stick, or a blue heart, because this was unintentionally also a blue hockey vlog. So that is all for me, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!